Okay, Evelyn. So I want you to look at these two problems. This is problem number 1. This is problem number 2. Okay. If I was to ask you what is the difference between these two, you're gonna say, oh well, the negative, right? One is a negative x, the other one's a positive x. Alright. So this is the rule. Whenever you move a variable or a number, if you move anything to the other side of the equal sign, when you move something to the opposite side of the equal sign, this side, you have to do the opposite, right? Only when you move it to the opposite side of the equal sign. So right here, this is a negative x. So what's the opposite of a negative x? A positive x. So I'm going to add x on both sides, right? I always do the opposite, okay? So these cancel, and you're left with y equals, and right here you have 2 plus x. You cannot add them because they're not common terms. You're going to write x plus 2. The reason why you cannot add them, right, these you cannot add because they're not the same terms. If this one had an x, then you can add them. Then you'll say, oh, that's 3x, because they're common terms. It doesn't have the x, so you cannot add them. So this is the result. Now if I was to ask you, what is the slope? The slope is 1. The y-intercept is at 2. So the same thing with this one, with number 2 problem. Now this one, we're gonna isolate y, so I have to move x on that side. Notice how x is positive. I have to subtract by x, subtract by x. So now y, the x is canceled, you're left with y equals, and it's gonna be minus x, positive 2. So my slope here is negative 1, and my y-intercept is at positive 2. Okay, so I want you to do those like this on the one that you're working on.